You guys, y'all, listen. So I'm just, right before I came on here, something popped up on my Instagram, and I have ADHD, so I'm like, oh, click it, right? So I click the person's video, and her name is Lexy Marie, Lexy Marie, Lexy Marie, and then another E, and then an underscore. So Lexy Marie, underscore, okay? So Lexy Marie. And her page is, she's packing her daughter's lunch. Her daughter's 9 in like the third grade, she said. Y'all, this woman was cooking freaking steak, gordita supremes, freaking spaghetti and meatballs at 6 a.m. She gets up and like cooks cooks lunch for this girl, for her 9-year-old daughter. And then she made her like literal steak and shrimp and salmon for lunch, and then she put some Takis and a Dr. Pepper and a fruit by the foot and a Lunchable for snack time. Y'all, I was like, dang, listen, I would have felt real loved had my mama packed a lunch like that. But I went to the comment section, and y'all, these folks were hilarious. Like, that's me too. I'm lucky. Listen, this baby and this little girl she's a small little thing, right? And she was packing all this like food for her 9-year-old daughter. I go to the comments and I'm like, I wonder what everybody else is thinking. These people, y'all, were saying, does your daughter identify as a 35-year-old forklift operator? Like, does your husband identify as your 9-year-old daughter? Because, like, the food, yes, the construction worker, yes. And they were like, is she going to Mars? Is she getting deployed? Like, her mama was packing her so much food. And food is, like, I'm a foodie, okay? And so I was so jealous. I was like, no, there's no way it's for real, but it is. I think it is. I don't know. But I was like, listen, who are we to judge, right? Like if I could get up at 6 a.m. every day to pack my son, she made her daughter a double bacon cheeseburger with a toasted bun, French fries, and then that was just her lunch. And then not to mention the fruit by the foot. And Lexy, Lexy Marie, Lexy Marie, and then another E, and then an underscore. And I was like, holy buckets. Like, I want her to adopt me. Like, I would never get up that early and cook Ryan food like that. I mean, would it be cool? Yeah. Am I gonna? Nah. No, I'm not. But I want her to adopt me. Like, I wonder if she just come make me food every day. Steak bites, you're 9 and your mom's in you. And yeah, some of the kids were saying, or some of the comments were saying that I guess she's talked about it before. And I guess the little girl, like some of the kids come to school with no lunch. And so she makes her daughter like a big ass lunch, and then her daughter shares with everybody. And I thought that was so cool. But it was kind of really funny to see like the comments like, you're packing your daughter that much food, and like she's 9 and she's the itty bitty teeny tiny thing, and they're like, she's an athlete, like she's a cheerleader, and I'm like, dang, like this girl, she eats like they're like, is she an astronaut? Is she going to Mars? Listen, it was wild, but also like, I'm sorry, but I am too lazy for that. Are y'all getting up at 6 a.m. to make your baby steak and shrimp and salmon and mashed potatoes and fresh French fries, and then putting Takis and Dr. Pepper? And she packed her a Stanley with a little Stanley keychain, and it had like she puts her little Aquifer chapstick in it. Listen, y'all, the life. She is creating memories for that baby, even though, I mean, I think it's excessive, but I'm also not the girl's mama. And if you somebody's mama, you can do whatever you want because you're the mama, right? Anyways, I thought it was interesting. Yeah. Yeah, she gets up at 6 a.m. and starts cooking. I was wondering that too. Listen, I'm a private investigator, so I've been doing surveillance for a long time, almost 20 years. And I have to take my lunch to work with me, and it can never be heated up. And I wonder, I'm like, are they just letting the elementary school kids you got a 3rd grader like warming up their food in the microwave like at lunchtime? Is that happening now? I was just wondering, but listen, whatever. She fed her family for a week. Seriously, but I mean, listen, I'll get up early and give my kids lunch money. I never had steak till I was an adult. I'm telling you, but it was wild. Like, from Portugal, you have to send your child to school with a hot lunch, or the school will charge you for for providing a lunch. A lunch could never be a peanut butter and jelly. Really? I was lucky if my mom ever made me lunch. Like, she was like, you want lunch? You better get up and pack it. That's wild. But hey, listen, when you the mama, you do whatever you want. She probably trades the whole thing for a Twinkie. Yeah, it seems like a whole lot, but also like whatever, like do you, boo, right? But I was like, dang. And I almost had a yucky little girl, lucky little girl, but whatever. And listen, I'm so jealous, and everybody in that comment section was jealous too, and they showed it. Anyways, so I missed you guys today. Ryan's first day of school was today. And so I took him to school this morning, and then around lunchtime, I was like, he had a half day on the first day of school, because they get early release every Monday. And so that was like right around the time, like around lunchtime. I know, Shannon, that's what I said. Y'all, look at this pimple I got right here. Man, he coming in hot. I got my period, and it was wild. Heather, it's funny you should ask, because actually, if you listen to the PI stories I can legally tell you, I think it was episode 2, 3, 2 and a half, part 2, whatever. And that case, I think I might be going back on it, and they want to fly me they want to fly me out that way. I almost said the name of the state, but I'm not gonna, kind of keep it private. But anyways, yeah, so I might be doing that, but we'll see. I can't tell anything more than that, but they were like, yeah, we saw that you did a story on it. We think it's hilarious, but I'm like, you could just hire an investigator in that state, and they're like, nah, we want to keep the same investigator. Neosporin on my pimple? Really? I didn't know you could put Neosporin on your pimple. I'm gonna try it. Okay, you said it. I'm gonna try it. I'll try anything once. I've been listening to the PI stories, and they're great. Oh, thank you so much. The podcast. So the Dating Detectives we posted a part 1 of a 2-parter today. We didn't know it was gonna be a 2-parter until yesterday, and we're like, guys, this is very long. We can't put it on the main feed. The lawyer said no. Buzzkill said no. They made us break it up. So anyways, thank you for listening to the podcast. No, so every state governs their own private investigators. So you would have to go through your state, like Google the licensing requirements in your state so that you can get licensed there. Daisy, thank you for listening to the podcast. I appreciate you guys. Okay, let's do a makeup tutorial today. I posted this video. I was talking about my war paint today, and this is the brush that I used, and it was wild. It was really cool. We really are crazy, but we're fun. It's fun. Yes, Julie, the pimple patches. Love the pimple patches. Oh, I wonder if it has like the hydrocolloid in it, like those pads. Anyways, okay, so check this out. This is what I did on that video that I posted today, and it's really cool. I've never used this brush to apply before because I was like, that's stupid. And then I'm like, well, let me try it, just see kind of see if this is something I can do, whatever. I saw somebody else do it, and I was like, all right, let me try it. So here we are. So this is hold on, one of my hairs. I got my hair. This is the, oh, thank you so much. Thank you for following me and for listening to the podcast and for sharing your time and your space with me. I enjoy hanging out with you guys so much. Okay, so check this out. Let me put my number here too. In case you have questions about this makeup, I'm just going to leave this on my head, and then if you're new here and you're going to come on and be like, what's on your face? Or text me at what? 4 free color match. Okay. There we go. I'm going to pin this comment. So if you comment the word match, it'll send you my color match form, or you can just text me. Hi, baby. Are you done swimming? Yes, ma'am. My son was rain swimming. Okay. So this is the multitasker brush. This is a brush I would typically use for the lips because it's like perfect for the lips, right? But yes, Amanda, I am ungrounded. Instagram had me grounded for like 3 days from commenting. And I don't like that because I don't like people to feel like they're being ignored. Like, I hate when content creators, like, they'll post something and then they just don't respond to anybody in the comments. And I'm like, so you're just posting to get the engagement, but you don't actually want to do the work or actually connect with people. And so, it bothers me. And so I couldn't comment for 3 days, and I was like, everybody's going to think that I don't like them, and I do. So I was sad. Hey, girl, I love you too. I love you back. I already got the same makeup. Yes, so it is good for oily skin. So this makeup is hydrating. It doesn't have alcohols in it, so it doesn't dry up on your skin like liquid foundations. So it's actually really good for your skin. It's really hydrating. There's 11 ingredients, and one of them is beeswax, which is also healing for your skin. So really good stuff. I know, aren't these palettes cool? Like, I have so much fun with it. This is, I've never used this brush before. This is like the second time I've used it, second or third time or something. I've only used it for like a week or two. So this is the multitasker, and it's cool because like these brushes, it's not fluffy, right? And so I'm applying the right colors right where they go. So basically it's one layer of foundation. So this is the same as applying like your liquid foundation, except it's also not the same. So it's the same in that it's one layer, still one layer of makeup, clean products, fewer ingredients, one layer of makeup, so that when you blend it all together, it's already dimensionalized. The dimension is already there. So that's my main shade. So when you get a color match and I look at your picture and I match you to all these different colors, your brightening highlight is right in the center of the face. Like that's what we want to be really bright. So that's what you might know as concealer. So when you see brightening highlight, that is basically what your concealer is, but concealer doesn't really ever conceal anything. It's a whole big thing. It's whatever. Susan, absolutely. You do not have to do all of this with your makeup. Actually, before I continue, I will show you one of my favorite ways, to apply makeup is if you get this palette. This is just like it's a 4 palette. It holds 4 shades. Well, these were holiday and they were double. But anyways, if you have a contour, a main foundation shade, a brightening highlight, and like a lip color, right? If you take one of these and like a fluffy brush, like the shape brush is one of my favorites, and dust into, we'll put this here. Hold on. This, like, let's say you have a completed palette and it's this little and you are a minimalist like you are, take a palette like this, dust into your main shade and lightly dust it on your skin. It will give you just a perfect amount of correcting coverage, which means it'll color correct a little bit. It'll even your skin tone and give you a really light coverage. This makeup is buildable. So if you want something really light, lightly dust it all over your skin, get a nice coverage, and then if you're like, oh, I need to zhuzh it up a little bit for a Zoom meeting or going on a lunch date, then you pop on a lip and cheek color, perhaps enhance your under eyes with a little bit of the brightening shade. So when you use a more fluffy brush, you will get a super light coverage. This brush is dense. The bristles are very tightly packed and they don't budge. That's why I can use this to apply, and it's a little bit heavier. So whenever you apply your makeup, just get a simple palette like this. And if you're a minimalist with makeup, this will probably last you 700 years. So you just get a fluffy brush, your main shade, dust it, maybe some bronzer instead of some contour. And if you want just like the 3 shades, there's a smaller palette that's this big, and then you can just have like your 3 shades, whatever. So you do not have to have like a bazillion shades and 400 brushes. It's just not necessary. So yes, you totally can. And then if you want to have makeup for when you do want to add a little contour, when you do want to have like a little pop of eyeshadow, you totally can. It's fun. It's 100% customized to you. And I love that because I feel like oftentimes you'll see people do makeup and they're like, this is how you should do your makeup. And it's like, but what if people don't want to do their makeup? Like, you know what I mean? Your makeup should be customized to you. It's not like one size fits all. I can turn the fan on, it's hot. Okay. You will look like a clown at first, but then you'll blend it and you'll be like, well, that's really nice. And then you'll be like, why didn't I listen to her sooner? Shannon, you're so sweet. Thank you. You will not look like a clown. You absolutely will. It's actually really fun. And when you watch, like, the more videos you'll see of mine, you'll be like, wait, she used a different brush. I like that one. And you'll find your vibe. Like, you'll find what works for you. But what's cool is when you first put the makeup, I like to get really close because I like to be realsies. Look. See how it's like sitting on my skin and it's not the right color and it's like weird. Like this is my concealer shade. See how you can see the texture and the pores? This is too much. It's not too, I'm going to blend it. But like if you try to put your makeup on like a liquid, what the liquid would do is it would sit there and then it would evaporate and leave you with just the pigment. This is hydrating. So this is not going to suck the moisture from your skin, which is how you'll get a more youthful glow. And then even when you take your makeup off at the end of the day, your face feels soft and hydrated, baby butt smooth. It's amazing. I'm telling you. Okay, so I just did my brightening highlight. That's like a concealer, okay? Same brush, I'm going to go into my main shade. So my brightening highlight and then my main highlight. So main highlight is the same as like your foundation. So this one, Shelly, I put Aura on. The linen was a little bit too bright or a little bit too light because I did my self-tanner. So this one's Aura. The linen is a little bit lighter, but I think I like that pop of glow. So I always have it handy in your palette. My husband always calls it my war paint. That's what I'm saying. That's why I did the video today. And I was like, this is literally your war paint. Okay. So my main shade, right? I put that makeup on my multitasker brush. And where do I start? I'm going to start right here. I'm just going to come across basically the center of my forehead. Okay, so if this, like, I want you to be able to come back and watch this video and be like, okay, she did this here, and I want you to be able to mimic it exactly so that you can see where the colors go. Obviously, everybody's face shape is different. Do it however you want, but try it this way first and then kind of, you know, change what you want to change. This should just be like a good, like, starting off point, you know? Use a primer. I don't use a primer per se. I use my SPF as a primer. I just use the Elastin Tinted SPF, and it's SPF 36. It's my daily. If I'm going to be out in the sun, I use the Skin Better SPF 75 as a primer. It's tinted as well. It works perfect under my makeup. So, well, I'm 40. I ain't much younger. When you Scuba Steve, is it Scuba Steve, right? So Scuba Steve was where I said, put on your Googles, put on your Googles like you're going scuba diving, and it should be bright in there, right? That's Scuba Steve. And then I kind of show where to put everything else. It's kind of fun. No, so actually, if you have rosacea, I have a lot of customers with rosacea, and this makeup has beeswax in it, and it's clean, non-toxic. Like it's very, very healing on the skin. I think a lot of that has to do with the beeswax, and it's very hydrating. Many, I guess I can't say all because that would mean 100%, but now I'm overthinking. Many of my rosacea customers say that it doesn't affect them at all. I have customers with psoriasis, eczema, rosacea, even lupus with the butterfly rash. And it does a good job of color correcting, and they say that a lot of them say it's the only makeup that they can wear. Yeah, so it's expensive as crap, but it goes a long way. It's the medical grade skincare, like medical skincare grade, Sun Better, Skin Better Science SPF 75. And it's tinted, and it's like, I mean, the teeniest amount. This will cover the whole half of your face, and it's tone smart, so it just blends into your actual color, and it's really cool. So yes, if you're going to be outside for more than just like running errands or whatever, then I would totally use it. The Google machine. You got to use the Google machine. Okay. So my main shade, I want to make sure he's right. So this is my main shade. I put it right across the center of my forehead, and I'm coming right up my cheekbone. Okay. And then I'm going to do it on my other cheekbone here. And I'll show you why I'm doing this in a second. So across the center of my forehead. Girl, we can match any shade. I can match black girls, pale girls, pasty girls, white girls, medium tone, olive skin, whatever. I got them all. I got customers of all skin tones. And then right here. Look. So the jaw, beard. And it doesn't have to be perfect. Like, you can totally scribble this. It just does not have to be like perfect lines. I'm doing perfect lines to show you like kind of where everything goes. So I'm going kind of slow. But when I'm not here like teaching makeup, I'm doing this like a toddler with a friggin' crayon on the wall. Okay. Like literally. So just think like jaw, beard area, and then right on your cheekbone. So you notice I don't have makeup here or even here. That's where my bronzer or my contour is going to go. Okay. So see those colors and see how the color doesn't exactly match my skin tone. This makeup is not like liquid foundation. So when you see it like this on your skin and you're like, that's not the right color. Yeah, stop it. This will blend out much more sheer. See the texture and see how it looks a little bit thick. I put one stripe across there because when I blend it, this is all going to melt and it's going to cover all this area. And it's going to create this really beautiful, like melty blend. It's gorgeous. Just wait. Okay, so this is my main shade, right? So like I said, you don't have to like be super perfect. Like you can just like slather it on and like crayon, like toddler, whatever. Just all willy-nilly, okay? I just want to show you like the general idea. Put the main shade there. Okay. Now, the contour, the scary color. And everybody's like, I don't want a contour. Listen, girl, get your face freaking snatched. The contour's easy. I promise I'll make it easy for you. Same brush. Okay, I'm just going to use the other side, so which I guess I use both sides now. Go into your contour, and I pick up enough, whatever. But the brush is small, so it's not a whole lot. And I'm going to come right here at my hairline. I'm going to pick up a little bit more. I'm going to come here at my hairline. See? I'm trying to show you up close so that when you look at your face and you're like, that's a lot. And then you'll be like, wait, hers looked like that too. And it was a dumpster fire. And then she blended it and it wasn't a dumpster fire anymore. And then you're going to be like, oh, this will work out. It's fine. It's fine. And then you're going to trust me. Maybe. We'll see. Okay. So this is my contour shade. Hey, Tammy. Oh my gosh. It's so good to see you. I haven't seen you in a minute. Boop. Okay, see how my contour is up under my cheekbone? See, my cheekbone, it's following, I'm pushing in to press, like to find that cheekbone. It's literally right under my cheekbone. You can put it under your cheekbone, or you can cheat or create your own cheekbones, like if the Lord forgot yours. I think he was real gentle on my cheekbones. I feel like he could have done a little bit more, but it's fine. But anyways, if you want to lift it up a little bit, you can get a nice little like lift. Hey, Amber, I'm good. How are you, my friend? Jenna, this is the multitasker, whatever. I think it's a lip brush. I would use this. If I was doing makeup for someone, I would use it on their lips, and then I would use this end to kind of line or whatever, but I'm just using it to apply my face. So I want to show you this. It looks crazy, and you're like, that's a lot of makeup. Girl, no, it's not. You slather one layer of Lowe's satin finish. I don't want to hear nothing, not one thing from y'all. No, ma'am. Okay. So see how I have all these colors here and they look stupid and they look wild. Also, real quick tip. If you take your contour and you just kind of find the end of that and go whoop, up kind of like a triangle, like bloop, boop, and give it a little lifty lift, it'll make your face go up this way instead of like, you know, like you can change the shape of your face. Like you can give it a little lift. Just a whoop, add like a little line up here. Okay. So this is what it looks like. See how it's like crazy and you're like, God, I don't know, I don't trust it. Yeah, I like that it's small, and so you can only apply so much with this. So you kind of control the amount that you're using, but I just want to show you how stupid this looks. It looks so stupid. I don't have to say it, like I must not be pressing hard enough. Maybe. Cindy, are you not picking up enough product? Is that what you're talking about? I always tell my customers, when you get your makeup, sit down in front of a mirror like this and put it on like, I'm going to put on so much, like purposely put on too much. And then you'll be like, oh, that's really sticky. And then purposely put on so little that you think it's not going to blend. And then try it both ways. Like try one side like super heavy, and then you'll be like, oh, wait, now I get it. It's the amount of product that you use and then how you blend it. So, okay. So now we have the concept of like where things go. So we want to brighten here. We just want regular coverage here. And then we want pretend shadows here, like to pretend like the Lord loves us and gave us nice cheekbones. Look how I blend it. This is the blush and bronzer brush. You can use any brush you want to blend it. This one is kind of a medium coverage. It's not super fluffy, but it's not super not fluffy. Like it's just perfect for like a basic medium coverage, right? I'm going to get real close and I'm going to show you. Look how light, super light. Notice I'm not like mashing into my skin and like pulling. We're gonna use 2 bristles. You're gonna pick 2 bristles on your brush and be like, you and you. And then you're gonna use just those 2, right? By doing that, you're gonna teach yourself to use a really light hand. So super light, like super, super light. And look, these colors melt into your skin and it is beautiful. He better love me with or without cheekbones because he didn't give me none. And we've had to talk about it, but it's fine. I am fearfully, wonderfully made even without my cheekbones, but who's counting? It's fine. It's fine, Lord. It's fine. I love you anyways. Look. Look, look, look. See? Look. I'm going to squeeze this here because the size of the brush doesn't fit right here. So I'm going to squeeze it so that it's long so that I can press it here. Or you can just use a smaller brush. It's totally up to you. But when you start blending this, see how I'm just lightly pressing into the skin? I'm not pulling it and trying to stir it like a psychopath. I'm not doing that. Look. Just lightly tapping. And I'm using my bristles real light. And I'm dusting the residue over my lids. I really don't put like a whole bunch of makeup there. She did not expect it to look so natural. Isn't it? It's crazy, right? I'm telling you. I am so telling you. Could you use a sponge? You can use a sponge. I hate using the sponge with this makeup. It don't work out for me. Like, it's not going to work out. But you can, like, if you want to try it, like, by all means. And if you love it, like, let me know how it goes so that I can recommend it to other customers. But I'm like, no, don't you do it. I didn't like using the sponge. I love it with liquid. I do not like it with this makeup. But maybe I'm doing it wrong. I don't know. It's just a baby. It's just a baby. That's what I mean. It's just a baby. Like super, super light. It's so gentle. It's just a baby. And everyone thinks that when you go into that dark color and then you're going to get your brush all dirty and dark and then it's going to mix with the other colors and it's going to be a big, hot dumpster fire mess. No, it's not. Look. Look, look. I'm just tapping like a normal human being. And then you just blend up to Jesus. Lightly feathering, sweeping. I'm not mashing this into my face. Not one bit. And look. As you tap and kind of press this into your skin, the heat from your skin kind of softens it a little bit and it gives you a really beautiful skin-like finish. And see how that color is like dark and you're like, that doesn't go? Yes, it does. Look. As you blend it, it gets more sheer, right? So if your color perfectly matches your skin tone with this makeup, when you blend it, you will see every fine peach fuzz hair, every pore, every pimple, everything. You will see all the texture. You have to go darker because this makeup blends a lot lighter. Some of y'all be ghosting me because you get a color match and I'm like, hey, it's been a couple days. Like, you all right over there? And they're like, oh yeah, you just matched me too dark. And I'm like, so too. And they're like, well, it just looks dark. I'm like, listen, you got to trust me with this color match. You guys, I've been doing this almost 3 years. I know these colors like the back of my hand. I'm telling you, I know what I'm doing. I match like over 100 women a day. I'm telling you, I know my stuff. So this is not like a creamy, like wet cream, or it's not like a super wet cream. It's just like a really nice, light cream makeup finish situation. Look. I have crepey skin under my eyes. I'm having trouble. Okay. If you have textured skin, right? So like lines, wrinkles, crepiness. This is the driest, most crepey, thinnest skin, right? So if you put a lot of product there, you're gonna see every bit of it. If you want to put makeup there, don't. Take your brightening highlight, and I put mine down here under the bag line. So I go down the side of my nose and right here. So see how it's not, I don't shove it up in there. I just kind of go under the bag line. And then when I blend it, it's like an ice cube on a countertop, right? So whenever it hits room temperature and it starts to soften and it starts to melt and spread out, that's kind of like what your makeup does on your face, right? And there's no alcohol in it, so it's not evaporating real quick, leaving you with just pigment that gets all like cakey. So number one, don't use too light of a color where there's more texture. You want to go up in the shade where there's more texture, and use less product there. And by applying the brightening highlight under the bag and blending it outside of the bag and lightly just using the residue in that under eye area, it applies much less product there, but you still get coverage. So that's a really good tip for you too. And if you still have darkness there and you need a brightening highlight or you want to cover up that darkness, don't use a concealer shade, use the opposite color, a demi color corrector. Like if it's really dark blue under there, use the orange. It will cancel it out in pinpoint amounts. And then you never have to worry about the crepiness at all. You won't even see them. It's undetectable makeup. So really, really cool. I thought it was orange, but after a couple of tries, totally get how to blend it now, and it looks so good. I'm telling you, and whenever you look at the palette, you're like, that's really like orange or brown, or it's too yellow or whatever. She did a really good job with these formulas, you guys. These colors are spot on. And so when I color match you, I mean, I'm only human, so like I've gotten it wrong once or twice, maybe out of like 30,000 women. But if that's the case, we just swap out the shade. But I really know what I'm doing. So I'd like to ask you to trust me and get your color match. Worst case scenario, it's like Ulta. You buy makeup at Ulta, you don't like it, you return it. It's the same thing. It's just like a retail store, just online. So you can count on me to help you with that stuff. That number that I posted here, that is my literal text number. Like, you just text me and be like, hey, what do you think about this shade or whatever? And I can help you. Okay. So remember what I said about the colors, and you're like, oh my gosh, like a lot of people are like the dark color. But it's so dark. And how do you make it like not blend with the other colors? Like the same way, you just kind of tap and lightly melt it in, kind of blend it into your roots a little bit. And you just little by little kind of get this really beautiful finish. As your makeup sits on your skin longer, the warmth of your skin softens it even more. And you get this really, really beautiful melty finish that doesn't like, it's very hydrating without being like greasy and weird like you would think, like I thought cream makeup would be. It's not that weird, creepy, like, paint situation where like everything gets all mixed and weird. This is just, see how you can still see my skin, but all the colors have blended and everything melts in. Everything just blends in where it's supposed to be. So this is one layer of makeup as opposed to one layer of liquid foundation, and then you start stacking in ingredients and the alcohol, and then that one dries and you stack another one. That's where we get the cakiness. This doesn't do that. It won't settle in your lines and wrinkles. The older you are, get this makeup, the more I recommend it. Really fun too. It's really fun to play with. So one layer of like super crazy, that looks like you're losing your, I look like I belong in an asylum. But see how I'm just lightly applying, and see how it just kind of starts to melt. And it's weird because we're so used to like paint, like the texture or the consistency of like liquid foundation, and this is not that. So I kind of like squeeze my brush to get right here, and look, I'm just kind of tapping, and you see everything just kind of starts to blend little by little. Yes, and yes, that's a good point. If you sweat, or if your face gets wet, if you cry, whatever, it's not, there's no alcohol in this makeup, so it's not like a drop of water going through like a thing of powder. Do you know what I mean? Like it'll just bead on top, you wipe it off, whatever. Yeah, I held on to my makeup for almost 2 years as like a security blanket. And then I was like, I don't need like all of this makeup. And it was just my Saint. Like my Saint makeup allowed me to wear makeup and not let the makeup wear me. I was using makeup as a mask, and now I use it to actually just like feel pretty and give myself a little zhuzh without like covering my whole entire face, And that's what I feel like women do. Like, we put on our makeup to cover our face because we can't stand, if you're anything like me, you can't stand to look at yourself, and you look in the mirror and you're like, oh, you're so ugly. And then you put on your makeup and you're like, oh, like, okay, I feel like, I feel a little bit better or whatever. And with this makeup, you can still get that like satisfaction and still get that little boost of confidence, but it doesn't cover your skin and create like layers and layers and layers of paint to cover that ugly wall. Like this is not that. And so I feel like the more we embrace our beauty and start realizing that we really are beautiful, everyone has a beauty, but we don't see it. We refuse to see it because we are just in our heads. We just cannot accept that we are beautiful. But as soon as someone tells us we're ugly, we're like, yeah, they think I'm ugly. I'm ugly. But if someone tells us we're beautiful, we're like, nuh-uh. Like, why are we so quick to believe people when they say something bad, but when they say something good, we can't quite get with the program, right? And that's what I feel like, that's why I feel it's so important to empower ourselves with a pretty makeup or exploring with colors or whatever. Because you just never know when you can find a really pretty look that's just gonna, you know, give you a little boost of confidence that you didn't realize you could get. And then it just, I don't know, makes you happier. Oh my gosh, there's so much you can do. I love the Saint colors are good too, and all the eyeshadows are beautiful. The eyeshadows are powders; they're not creams. There's a couple of creams, but it's all the Saint eyeshadows are mostly powder, and they're beautiful. They're pigmented. They're really, really good. And see how this makeup just kind of melts into your skin. It does not sit on top. It is not like paint, and then it just dries and whatever. It's just, you know. Yeah, exactly, Jana. I like that. Your face is just a canvas and you're just kind of enhancing. You're just enhancing what's there. I have this neon light in my office. Hold on. Let me see if I can. My assistant put it up today and I was like, and then I don't know how to unplug it. And then there's another one. It says inspire, whatever. It shows on my face. It's fine. Anyways, isn't that so pretty? And this is whenever you put on your makeup, see how you can still see my skin. You can still see my lines. You can still see my pores. You can still see like my freckles. But what you can't see, or what you can also see, is the dimension. You can see that I'm brighter here. You can see that now I have a little bit of shape, perhaps some cheekbones. Hi, baby.
You still owe me $20.
I don't owe you $20. Oh, you're so mean to me. Hey, baby.
Where's my $20?
What are you doing, weirdo?
Where's my $20?
Did you eat dinner?
No.
What are you going to eat?
No.
You want some dino nugs or something?
No.
Here, put some of this in your hair and go brush it. Here, go. Go brush your hair now.
This looks yummy.
Blah, blah. Now I love my Saint for any time. I did makeup on a plane. I do makeup on a plane all the time. It's so fun, right? But sometimes the lighting sucks. Okay, so this is my one layer of foundation. It is not cakey. It is not weird. It's not tacky, sticky. It doesn't feel like anything. It feels very smooth. The finish is really nice. It's beautiful. My skin tone is even, but it did not cover me. I am not hiding behind I'm not an ugly wall hiding behind a beautiful paint color, right? I have beautiful, like, different colors on my face to enhance the features that I already have. I'm done covering them up. I'm now just enhancing what's there. Okay, so these are basically these three shades. So this is like a brightening highlight, and then I have a main highlight here, and then a contour. So if you want to start, like, you know, if you want to get like just those colors, get like a small palette like this, and then like a blush color or something. Yeah, so this is, it's a custom palette. So these are all custom colors. So my concealer, my foundation, my contour, my bronzer, illuminators, like the highlighter, color correctors, setting powder, blush and lipsticks, different lip and cheek colors, eyeshadows, everything's all in one. There's different brushes, like 20 different brushes to choose from. They're all double-ended, so really it's like 40. Carry the one. Yeah, something. Hi.
Do you want an icy?
Huh?
Do you want an icy?
Yeah, why are you leaving?
I want some chocolate.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll take one. Thanks, babe.
I'm gonna run to the car and show
Okay. Love you. Are you you're taking your car?
it. Of course.
Okay. My car needs gas.
Alright, I'll take care of that too.
Okay, thank you, babe. My husband, he is so thoughtful. He's like, I'm going to, we had to drop off his truck. He put a super booster, what's it called? A super booster?
Yes, super booster bag.
What, something like a he put like a flux capacitor or something, I don't know, in his car, whatever. A what?
Pro charger.
A pro charger? What's that do? Make it fly?
That's the brand of supercharger.
Anyways, and so now he's driving his other car. So he's like, if I'm gonna drive my car to work tomorrow, I need to put it through the car wash. It sits outside. It's just like he's got a race car and a race truck. That's my husband. He don't ask for nothing. He just got race car and race truck. And now my son's into it. It's a whole thing. Did you finally try it? Yay!
Mommy,
What, baby?
I'm gonna be able to pay for Justin's supercharger.
All right, can you wait till I'm done so we can talk about that? Thank you.
I'm gonna be able
Okay,
to
go.
pay for Justin's supercharger.
Okay, goodbye. Hold on. Sorry. Hold on. Okay, dark circles. If you have dark circles under your eyes and they are blue, you want to use orange. If they are light blue, use light orange. If they are purple, you want to use yellow. You don't have to learn all this. You send me a selfie and you say, hey, I have this dark circle right here. I need to color correct that. How do I do that? I will tell you what color to get, what brush to use. And usually with the color correctors, it's just like, it's not like concealer where you slather it. It's a pinpoint amount for the color, like literally that much. And that's probably too much. You find, see how that's purple right there? You find the discoloration and you apply your color corrector to the discoloration in pinpoint amounts, and it cancels it out. It's wild. It's so cool. I'll teach you what to do. So don't try to do this on your own and be like, those colors look weird. Please trust me. Also, don't trust strangers on the internet, but also trust me. I say that every time. Like, I feel so bad saying trust me, but yeah, like the super booster, whatever. Hold on, there was another question I missed. Hold on. This makeup really changed my world also. I just think it's so beautiful. Like, it's just so easy, and I just think it's so empowering for women. Yes, go. So I will tell you which color corrector. If you are someone who you don't have to build a palette, you guys. Like, if you are just married to your Clinique or your Mary Kay or whatever, and you're like, I like this makeup, I don't want to switch my makeup, but I'll try a color corrector. You can build, like, you don't have to build a whole entire palette. Like, everything's purchased individually. So if you're like, I don't need all that makeup, I already used some, or I already have this other makeup that I love, or whatever, I just need a color corrector. You do not have to buy any certain amount. There's no minimum requirement. I am just here to tell you about this makeup because I love it, but at the end of the day, please do what makes you happy. You don't have to buy everything on my color match. I'm just going to tell you the colors I think would look great on you. But at the end of the day, your confidence walks into a room before your makeup does. So if I say, hey, these colors would look great on you, but you're not confident in those colors, and then you need to wear the colors that'll make you confident. So just letting y'all know. Wasn't sure about the colors. They said matched me and they were perfect. I'm telling you, we know our stuff. Yeah, don't trust strangers on the internet, but trust me, or I will find you. I'm just kidding. Thank you so much. It means a lot to me that you trust me, because I come from 20 years of not trusting anybody because I'm a private investigator and I have abandonment issues. And so I just don't trust anybody when they tell me anything. So I know what it's like to not trust people, and trusting people for me is a big deal. What?
You know, it no work.
Huh?
It no work.
Why? What is it doing?
It's not turning on. It's
What?
not doing anything.
What is it?
It's not doing anything.
Well, I don't know what to tell you right now, son. Like the screen isn't coming on. Oh, there's a button. Reach your hand. Nope, the other side. The other side. Feel it around. Press the button with your finger. All right, let go. All right, it should come on now.
It sound.
It is really good makeup, and like, I'm telling you, when you get it, you'll be like, oh, dang, I should have got this sooner. And I always say, I'm never going to say I told you so. You never have to worry about that. I will know it, and you will know it. And we'll both be like, well, she told me so. And I'll be like, I told her so. But we'll never say it out loud. We'll just know it'll be a secret between us, and we'll never say, it's fine. It's fine. Any tips for a midday touch-up? It looks cakey. If your makeup looks cakey, or it looks like texture, like you can see some of the texture, we probably just need to shade up. You guys, if you're seeing something in your makeup that you're not crazy about, or you're like, that doesn't look right, text me and be like, hey, this looks really cakey right here. This looks weird here, or whatever. Let me look at it, because just with a look, I can usually be like, I know what that is. Like, we just need to shade up. That happens a lot in summertime. So I even added a box on my color match form that says shade me for the next shade season shade, whatever.
I don't know.
Why? What happened?
It's not. It's
Here, do you want me to write it down for you?
I got it.
Does it ask for my name and password? Let me write it down for you.
It's fine. You're doing a lot.
No, that's okay. Give me a Post-it note. Dave. Oh, I was just talking to my friend about Dave. Okay, so my friend has gone to like 3 of his lawn concerts that actually turned into albums, or 2. Maybe it was 2 of them. And I was like, no, like, I'm so jealous. Give me a pen. Oh wait, I have one. Hold on. My son's trying to get on my computer, and my power strip failed, and then everything rebooted. All right, type in my first and last name in the first box.
Mackenzie.
Yeah.
Foltz.
Hold on, my pen ran out. Two, 5. Is it dollar sign or exclamation point? Here you go.
Dollar thing?
Yeah. Okay. Sorry. How do you match a foundation? When you get my color match form, Claudine, it'll ask you for your name and your email and your phone number so I know where to send it to. And you upload a selfie, like just looking out a window, not in the sunlight. Don't, for heaven's sake, don't look at the sun. Like, just like even cloudy or snowy days are great. Just natural light, no sunlight. But anyways, so like a north facing window and just stand in front of it like 3 feet. Let me look at your skin and like, not your boobies, but like, this area all here, I'll look at all of this and I'll look at like your age and your texture and your face shape and your eye color and your hair color and your roots and all the things and match you that way. Did you type it in wrong again? This fella. I really do care for every single one of my customers. Like, I'm obsessed. Like, everybody's like, why you work so much? And because I have a lot of customers. Hold on a second, you guys. Come here.
What?
Don't give up that easy, baby. You can't just give up when things get hard.
Whoa, I did. See?
Hold on.
Thank you.
Wait.
It's fine, whatever.
Wait, what's happening? Is it dollar sign?
I've been putting dollar sign, I thought.
I don't
It's
know.
fine. Go, Mama, go to your left. It's fine.
Well, this is weird. Or the caps lock? That.
No, it's fine. Go to your left.
Cause you spelled my name wrong, fool!
What?
How you spelled my name wrong? Lord Jesus. You had the password right. You spelled your mama's name wrong. Lord bless it. Bless it. See? This boy.
That wasn't my fault.
Oh, okay. You spelled it wrong. Y'all, I'm like, dang, the password really isn't working. Y'all, he spelled my name wrong. He been spelling it 10 years. He spelled it wrong. Lord Jesus. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's got to be something easy. Like, it can't just be that hard. Like, something's wrong. Son, I even wrote it down on the paper. Bless it. Anyways, I don't spell your name wrong, Tiffany. My phone thinks it's Tiffany with a Y, because she a hoe. Anyways, okay. So, check this out. So, foundation, concealer, or like a main highlight, brightening highlight, contour, right? All of these are one layer on my face. Jana, did you see the video? Ryan did my makeup one time.
That was big.
Juliana, I thought something was wrong. I was like, wait a minute, what is going on? He had just spelled my name. I was like, wait, that's not how you spell my name. And I didn't have my glasses. I didn't have my glasses on. Oh, sorry, Claudine. So when I color match you, I'll look at your picture and I'll look at all the features of your face and the shape and your age and your texture and your lines and the colors and all the things. And I will send you a color match with all my recommendations. You look at the color match and you're like, yes, no, whatever. Whatever's in your budget, just shop in your budget. Every shade is $16 and then you add only whatever you want. And then next week you can add more or whatever. So like, whatever. I need to see that. Send me the link. Wait, what are you talking about, Jana?
Getting
What? Send you the link for what? Oh, excuse me. Tiffany, thank you. You're welcome, Claudine. Claudine, if you check your DM, you commented the word match, and that triggers my little robot assistant to send you my color match form. So let me know if you don't get it. But it should... I hate doing automations, but I have no choice. Otherwise, it takes me 3 and 4 days to get to my messages because I literally get that far behind. Tiffany, by the way, Nail Junkie 615, she does custom press-ons. Any color, shape, size, length, design. You can put your mama's face on one if you want. Your dog, she'll paint it. It's like she literally like hand paints every single day. It's wild. Okay, I talk too much. Okay, so these are the 3 shades. So my face is already dimensional with 1 layer. So liquid foundation, and then you add the bronzer and the contour and all these things, and now you're layering. This is just 1 layer, okay? So you seen it with your own eyes, and then I blended it real nice to Jesus, right? Okay, so now we're going to add warmth. So we want dimension. Dimension is what helps us to look youthful. Dimension is just a push and pull of lights and darks. It's just a trick of the eye to, well, it's not really, like, it's actually lighter colors and dark colors, but it kind of helps to give your face, like, shape and a little bit of, structure, right? So even as we get older and the gravity starts to kind of like bring our face down, this is a great way to lift it up and kind of trick the eye to thinking we have higher cheekbones than we do. I'm really mad about my cheekbone situation. I mean, it's fine. Jana, get her nails are so good. They're such good quality. Yes, illusions. Thank you. It's all an illusion. Okay, so just like we have lights and darks with our makeup, so like the light brightening highlight or the light concealer versus the dark contour, the light versus the dark. So this is my lightest color versus my darkest color. It's the contrast, right? So you have this real bright here and this real dark here. Still not scary. You can also get dimension with cool versus warm. I hate cool versus warm because everybody's like, "What is my face cool or warm?" I don't know. I don't know if your face is cool. I have no idea. I don't know how to tell the difference. All I know is the colors that work and the colors that don't. That's all I know. I'm self-taught. I have no formal training. I'm just really good at this. Okay, so when I apply my bronzer, I'm going to do this with my fingers so I can kind of show you a little bit better. Bronzer is a warm tone. Contour is gray. So see, the contour is like gray. It's cool. It's like ashy. This is going to mimic a shadow. This is going to mimic a suntan. Okay, so shadow, dark. Think of a dark alleyway, right? Contour goes in those shadows. The bronzer, bright. Bronzer, bright from the sun, and the sun lands on top of your cheekbones, like on the high points of your face. So the bronzer is going to go on the high point. So where I have that contour there, bronzer there. Did I just put the right? I did. Okay. And then on the high point of my forehead as well. So I want you to see how dark this is, and I want to show you why it's not scary, okay? So this is high points of my forehead and the high points of my cheekbones, okay? Cool colors absorb light and warm colors reflect light. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for saying what I did not know how to say. Okay. And it's the same with the brights and the darks. So the dark absorbs it, the light reflects it. Okay. Yes, Scuba Steve. Yes, exactly. Yes, Scuba Steve. I am telling you. Jana, she can do a giraffe. She can do a Pokemon. She can do a shark. Do you want a kangaroo or perhaps a xylophone? She can do literally anything on your nails. I'm telling you, whatever you dream it, she can do it. Okay, so Scuba Steve, whenever you put on your goggles, like you are Scuba Steve and you're going scuba diving, right? This is Scuba Steve. I put my brightness inside, but when you put on your goggles, the goggles where it suctions to your face is where the bronzer goes, okay? She can do Dave Matthews. Don't test her. She put my husband's face on a nail. She did. Hold on a minute. I gotta show y'all. Since you're here and y'all, what? Hold on a minute. So she does custom nails for me, and I mix and match what she sends over to me. So like she does like really pretty designs, and then I just like I mix and match them and make different sets. But hold on a minute. She did one. Here it is. This is my husband's face. I'm hoping you can see it. Can you see it? That's my husband going like this. And she literally put his face on a nail. Tell me that is not the funniest thing you've ever freaking seen in your freaking life. I'm telling you. So funny. She did Dating Detectives nails when we did the Dating Detectives live in LA. When we did our first live show for the podcast. So funny. Okay. Look. See how dark and scary and weird the bronzer is, and you're like, yeah, I don't need bronzer that's too dark. Because our first instinct is to be like, oh, there's something on my face. It's so dark, okay? This is where I need you to calm down and blend it, okay? So whenever you blend this, I'm just going to tap this into my skin, and it's going to get very, very sheer. See how I'm just gently tapping, like I'm pressing it in, barely. I'm not pressing in like a psychomaniac. I'm just lightly pressing. And as you blend this into your skin, it will kind of melt in. It will get a little bit more sheer, and it gets real pretty. The warmth from your skin softens the makeup and kind of creates this really beautiful, like, you get the payoff of the pigment without the crazy heavy layers. And so by the time you're doing your makeup, you are doing it so fast. And so this whole face will take you literally maybe 3 to 4 minutes, if that. And that's just, girl, what you nervous about? This is what everybody says, I'm scared of makeup. If you're scared of makeup, I'm going to give you a weapon. It's called makeup wipes. This will be your best weapon. And then if it looks ugly, then wipe it off. But also, whenever you're wearing cream makeup, the reason I call it makeup for dummies and I call it idiot proof is because if you mess it up and put too much, just get you a fluffy brush and overblend it. And if you overblend it, it'll blend away. It'll, like, you can blend off your makeup, okay? So don't be scared of it. But you see how this turned into this? It's kind of cool, right? It's really, really pretty. Put Dave Matthews on it. She said it. She said Dave Matthews. She said put Dave Matthews on your press-on nails. She sure enough did. Can you do that? Please put I want Dave Matthews nails. Okay. See how that just presses right into your skin? Look at that. Look. And you see the cool versus the warm. I don't do faces. You did my dating detective's face and you did my husband's face. I literally just showed you when you did my husband's face. So, okay. Janine, it gets so much easier, I swear. But look, do you see how that crazy? It looks like I smeared poop on my face and it just blends in real pretty. See? Oh, Jana, I can. It's called the multitasker brush. Your face is perfect and you're going to need more makeup and then you make it even more. Because, so what's cool about this makeup too is that there's, number one, it's clean, it's non-toxic, there's 11 ingredients, it's not drying, there's no alcohols. This makeup will, over time, not only does beeswax have healing properties, but it will also give you a really pretty youthful glow. But it's not a greasy glow. It's not like glowing with like olive oil, like, you know what I mean? Like this is not like slathering like Mackenzie Jean, KY jelly, Vaseline all over your face and make it all weird, right? Look, see how it, and look, I'm gonna tap it in with my finger because I just want to show you the consistency of it. And I'm going real light. I go real slow because I want to show you. You can literally see it melting in to my skin. See? It's really, really cool. And when you use the brush, you just kind of get a little bit more of an even coverage. And your bristles really help to kind of press that in really evenly. And then you just kind of blend until you're happy. Like if you've applied too much or it's too dark, then overblend it, blend it out. And some people put on contour. They're like, I put on contour, but I can't see it. And I'm like, that's because you were scared of it. You overblended it. And by overblend, I meant probably like this. And so if you just trust yourself to be very light, like very feather-like and very like sweepy instead of like psycho. Like you're not, most people try to stab their face with their brush. But if you go like sweepy instead of stabby, then you'll get a really beautiful finish. So see how that dark, scary bronzer is like just kind of melted into my skin? See the different angles? See how the different angles highlight each section of, that's why we call these highlights, because we're highlighting different areas.
It's not. Okay.
Did you plug it in all the way? There you go. So the brightening highlight highlights that bright area there, right? See, you can see where the light naturally hits right there. And that's exactly where I put my brightening highlight, right? And then look, as I turn my face, see how this right here, this shadow, look how the different angles, I've just enhanced the shadows I already have. Okay. So that's what I love about this makeup is that we hate ourselves. Women in general hate ourselves and we shouldn't. And I feel like if we feel more empowered and more confident in, number one, our makeup, our skin, and start like actually taking time to do something for ourselves, even if you suck at makeup, right? And you're like, I'm really bad at this, but this is relaxing or it's fun or whatever. Just do something for yourself to like enhance, like put on different earrings or get a second hole in your ear or buy yourself a necklace, like something. We all do these things to like enhance like how we look, or maybe we like, silver or gold or whatever. We're all just trying to enhance what's already there, right? Like you can't change how you look, but you deserve to feel beautiful. And sometimes that means just a little bit of fun makeup that you can explore with. And your skin will really appreciate it too, because it's really hydrating. I was just like you, so afraid of trying it, but I got the courage to do it. It's amazing. I have severe melasma, and Mackenzie matched me perfectly. Yes! Another solid win. Okay, so I just used these 4 colors, and it's taken me an hour. I'm sorry. Okay, so foundation, which is like main highlight, brightening highlight, contour, bronzer, right? So, Claudine, did you get my message? Can you check your private messages? I'm going to screenshot it just to make sure that you got it. If you don't, then I'll just send it to you. But you should have gotten a message that says, hey, here's my color match form or whatever. But let me know if you don't get it. I'll take care of you, my friend. Okay, so those are the 4 colors that I start out with. Like these 3 shades, which is like my 3D foundation. I add bronzer for warmth. These are color correctors. I don't use these all the time, just when I feel like maybe I have a pimple or perhaps this guy or whatever. Maybe I just want to touch up those corners. Maybe they're a little bit darker. My setting powder comes later, but now I'm going to pop over to my lip and cheek colors. These are just different colors that I love personally. They are not as dark as they look. They are not as crazy as they look. These are really beautiful colors that just like melt. It's cream, so it just melts into your skin. And look, this dark color is this. So when I send you colors and I'm like, hey, this is part of your color match, don't be like, oh, that girl, she's just batshit crazy. Like, no, like I'm telling you, these colors are freaking gorgeous. I know what I'm doing. Carla, which one? This one, the blush and bronzer brush. I feel like this is like one of those brushes that's like, no matter what brush you get, have this one. But if you're like, listen, I'm balling on a budget over here, I can only afford one brush right now. Which one is it? I'm going to say the 3D brush. I just think it's the most versatile for everything. If you had to do your whole face with this brush, it would be the 3D brush. That's all. But I do, all the brushes are really great. They all do different jobs. The different sizes, some of the bristles are more flexy and bendy, which means they're a little bit more fluffy, so lighter coverage. Some of them are heavier coverage, a little bit more dense. And so I can help you figure out what kind of coverage you want and help you pick out a brush that might best suit you. But at the end of the day, it is your face, it is your preferences. You choose the colors, you choose everything, and then go from there. Non-infant. Oh my gosh, Katie, that is such a nice compliment. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Thank you. I come from a lot of trauma and hatefulness and abuse and just angry people. And I'm like, this is why everybody hates ourselves. Like, this is why the world sucks right now, because everybody's like, they hate themselves and the confidence isn't there. And when people are angry, they are mad and they treat people poorly. And so we gotta flip it around. I'm only one person, but I figure if we can all help each other spread positivity and like help encourage other women, like maybe we'll all be happy. You know what I mean? I did. That Claudine, I will personally send it to you as soon as I'm done with this. Hopelessly Devoted is so pretty. I love the shimmer in that one. Jana, you got it. Okay. Jana said swatch the purple. Oh, you know what? It's a good, I usually swatch this one anyways. So purple looks scary. This one's called Lavender Skies. I have to really dig in there because she's really sheer. I know she looks intense, but she's not. So this is the purple color, right? And when I first saw that, I'm like, who's going to use that? Not me. You guys watch. This Lavender Skies. This, that purple color that everybody was like, I'm going to look like a clown. Girl, no. Look. Just take a minute. Look how pretty. Isn't that so beautiful? So when I match you with one of these colors, like try to embrace it and try to be like, okay, you know what? I'm going to try it because I want you to step out of your comfort zone, right? I'm telling you, the minute you step out of your comfort zone, that's when everything happens. Like you just kind of get this like, this pride, like, oh, I did something I'm not comfortable with. And then you feel proud of yourself for doing it, right? Like, oh, I was really scared to do that and I did it. Like me stepping out of my comfort zone is touching a frog. Never going to happen. But if I did, I'd be really proud of myself. I still don't want to. So you don't have to. But also, please, I'm telling you, trust your femtuition. Like I say in the podcast, trust your femtuition. This actually is grape, but they took the scent out of it. They took out the Lip Smackers flavor, or the smell from the 90s. When it first came out, it was supposed to represent the 90s Lip Smackers, grape, whatever. They took the scent out and renamed it Lavender Sky. So it's the same, just without the scent. Hey, Rachel. Oh, the new pink. Are you going to show the illuminator? Yeah, yes, I do that last. I just talk forever because I can't shut up, so I'm sorry. It's like hanging out with friends, so I don't like to rush. I like to rush my hangout sessions. I talk too much. I'm so sorry. Yes, I will do the illuminator. I'm going to show you 1 second. Wait, hold on. Yes. Okay. So the new pink what's it called? Pink Slip. I have it here. Hold on. I gotta find it. This is, wait, it's coming up. Hold on. Stand by. Where's my Pink Slip? Hold on, I got it here somewhere. They are in alpha. Oh, here it is. Got it. They're in alphabetical order. Okay, this. Hold on. The metal 10 on this one, I bent it on the accident. Okay, so when you get your makeup, they come in little 10s like this. Like every color has like a different cover. And then you take it out and you pop it into your palette. Me too, Rachel. I love when you're here. Okay, this one is Pink Slip. She's very, she's not crazy. She's very, she looks crazy, but she not. See what I mean? Like, she's just a touch. Like, just a touch of Pink Slip. What? It smells good, right? That's Pink Slip. Pink Slip is very pretty. Pink Slip's very pretty. Oh, yeah. Pink Slip has a little bit more red in it. I like the pinks that they have a little bit more like corally, but this one is really pretty. She hasn't become a staple yet, but I do really like her. I think she's great for, they really do. You really have to build these up. So a lot of times that's what happens. I think that's the one problem with this makeup is that people see it and they're like, oh, that's crazy. And I'm like, no, it's not. And nobody believes me. But yeah, she is, you do, Rachel? My little gothic, like dark black and gray and violet, purple, blue girl. And she likes the Pink Slip. I love it. Rachel, I love it. I love that you tried it. These colors look really crazy, but cream makeup is just totally different. This one is wild. This one's a matte, so this one's not a gloss. And see how it's a little bit more dry looking and a little bit more pigmented? Still not scary. Whenever this melts into the skin, it's just a beautiful, nice pigment. It's not super crazy. See what I mean? These colors are, I wish I'll turn off that light next time because it's really distracting. But see how these colors kind of just like melt into your skin? They are not overwhelming. They're not crazy. It's just a beautiful way to like, yeah, they're all cream. You can use them anywhere. So like, for instance, I use my bronzer a lot of the time. This one is Tiger Lily. These are all my like staples. Like these are the ones I have to have. That's Tiger Lily. And they're all just, they all have their different, see what I mean? Like you can have it really, really simple and easy. See? These colors are so pretty. Definitely a lot of these look like they're out of your comfort zone, but then you put them on and you're like, wow. And you guys, I'm telling you, please explore with colors. There is nothing more empowering than being like, oh my God, I could never wear that color. And then you put it on and you're like, look at me. I am hot. And then you look in the mirror and you're like, oh. And then you take a selfie and you're like, oh my gosh. And then you send it to your husband and you're like, look at me. And he's like, hey, did you do something different? And it's not because the color you put on, it's because suddenly you have like this new confidence in your makeup. And it's just because it's fun. And it should really be like something that kind of you're just zhuzhing it up a little bit, right? Like we don't need to change how we look. Like you're perfect just as you are. But if you just play with some color, you might be really surprised and be like, oh, that's a little different. I'm not mad at it. What are you listening trying to.
I made it.
Weird. Oh, Jolene is really pretty. Okay, so bronzer. So this bronzer, for instance, is my Bella bronzer. She's kind of a little bit muddy looking, but when you put her on the lids, look how pretty this is. This makeup is really versatile too. So like Mackenzie Jean, when you buy your makeup, like if this is your first time buying your makeup and you're like, I don't know, like it's a new product, like I don't want to spend a lot of money, like, and first of all, go big or go home. But if you just want to go home and just go small, then it's fine too. But just get you get the smallest things and then try them in different places and see how beautiful that is. And then if you want to try like these crazy colors on your lids, like this purple, I have green eyes. And so purple's really nice with green eyes. But if you just like pop that on your lids, it suddenly becomes this really beautiful kind of bright pop. And then you can just pop some setting powder over that or a really pretty like neutral color eyeshadow. And it's just gorgeous. Bella bronzer and hot chocolate. Yes, that combo is beautiful. So hot chocolate is, hold on, I think I have it right here on my palette. Is this one hot chocolate? I think this one's the hot chocolate. Yeah, so this one's the hot chocolate. And if you put that on your lids over the, I'm gonna use my finger. I'm just gonna use my finger. This is the hot chocolate. And if we put this over the Bella bronzer, look. See how pretty that is? So beautiful. So don't be afraid to play with the colors. Don't be afraid to play with the shimmers. And I don't care how old you are. Whoever said if you're over a certain age you can't wear shimmer, they are sad in their heart. Sad folks. And mean, probably, because that's you. Yes, you can. You can wear the shimmer. Don't let nobody tell you can't wear the shimmer. So speaking of shimmer, like one of my favorite parts of makeup is the illuminator. This is, as you can tell, because I'm almost out. So rose gold is one of my favorite illuminators. These colors, again, look crazy online. Listen, I've written the president himself and said these colors look crazy. What can we do? Like, can I just model all of them or find somebody to put them on and we can put them on the website? Until then, I've swatched every single color and I will send you whatever you want. So just let me know. Okay, so this is rose gold illuminator. This is glow illuminator. These are not colors to be scared of. It's just the hue of the pigment. It's not actually a coverage, right? So if you take like rose gold and like tap it on the high points of your cheeks, I like to use my finger to kind of press these in just because I think it doesn't like blend it too much. I like a full coverage shimmer because like glitter is my favorite color and shimmer. And yeah. And this is glow. So this one's a little bit darker. And you can use these literally however you want. But I think that by adding a nice pop of a really beautiful shimmer just adds a little bit more dimension to your face and it kind of catches the light. You have this really pretty glow. The dark color like this, if you are a Black woman or even my Latina customers, or you would just have a really beautiful rich olive tone or perhaps a really like chocolatey tone, this is going to look gorgeous with like a really bright color like this Tiger Lily or even the Pinky Promise. I just think that there's something about that shimmer. Oh my God. And then if you're super, super fair and you just want a really light pop of shimmer that, you know, kind of goes a little bit more with your skin tone, use the Pearl, which is it's a pearly white. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Yes, please text me. Just store my number. Text me later. You can text me anytime. Text me anytime you want. Absolutely. More oily skin. If you have oily skin, you need more hydration. Oily skin is telling you, hey, you're oily, so I'm producing more oil. So when you say, hey, okay, I'll hydrate you. Hydrate your skin and it won't need to produce as much oil. It'll say, oh, we're getting hydration. I don't need to produce as much oil. Our body's really smart and we don't give it enough credit. So when we see that our skin is producing all this oil, we need to hydrate it. And it seems counterproductive. But then also if your skin is dry, hydrate it. And so that's what I love about this makeup too is I'm not crazy about gimmicks. Like, I hate things that are like, oh, we can do anything for anyone. I kind of hate that. But at the same time, I love this makeup because it really is for any age, any skin tone, any experience level. And especially with me as your artist, like, listen, if you're here, we're best friends. I'm sorry, but we are. That's just my personality. Like, this is a thing now. So we're in a relationship. We're in a friend relationship, and it can be friend zones. I'm married, calm down. But like, this is something where, like, I want you to feel confident in your makeup. And so I am here to help you with all the things. So please take advantage of my knowledge and my experience and my passion, and like, go nuts and just have fun with makeup. There's so many people that are like, I hate doing makeup now. 3 to 4 minutes. Like, your makeup should take you no longer than like 3 to 4 minutes. Oh, Lori, thank you for listening to the podcast. We really appreciate it so much. What brush did I use? I used the blush and bronzer brush to press this all over. Is that the one? Yeah, right? I think that's the one that I was using. So this is the blush and bronzer. I just love this brush. If you have a more petite face, or it's a little bit smaller, a little bit, just a little bit more narrow, or you just have a petite face, or like even for young girls, this brush probably isn't gonna, it's just really big. But if you have a petite face, try something like this. It's the Shape brush, and you can really get a nice dusting coverage. This is also for light coverage. And so it has a nice fluffy end here. This is for my girls who are like, I don't want to do all that. I just want a super light coverage, or maybe just some bronzer, dust into it, like literally dust on your bronzer really lightly, just to get a nice faux glow or something. You know what I mean? And then setting powder is another option. Like, I just use you can use whatever brush, use your hands, whatever, I don't care. And then you just kind of dust this on the inner corners. You can use setting powder all over to set your makeup. The reason that I do not like setting powder all over with this makeup is because when you put the setting powder, you lose that youthful glow, and that glow is just so pretty on everybody. I don't care if you are 100 years old, your skin will look like you have drank 6 gallons of water every day for your whole entire life. And it's amazing. Like, I have so many people who've told me, I put this on my grandma, like I put this on my mom and she liked it. And I even just did a post for back to school. If you have a daughter who's like a teenager, or just a young lady that's starting to get into makeup, or, a college age person, or perhaps she's, she's breaking out, the hormones and the acne and all that stuff, have her try this makeup. And the reason is because the beeswax in it, it doesn't clog pores. So a lot of times it actually heals skin. I haven't had a breakout since I started using this 2.5 years ago. And I used to get bad breakouts all over my chin. If you go back in my videos, you'll see early in my 2.5 years ago, if you start looking at my videos, you'll see how much my face has changed. And this is the only makeup I wear. Like, I never have I even told my assistant the other day, I said, we need to go to Ulta because I want to actually buy, like, every day, like a liquid foundation and a powder bronzer and a cream concealer to, like, I haven't done it in several years, but I want to try it and see the difference, like, now that I know this makeup. But this is the only makeup I wear, and it's really healing. It's the beeswax. It's just beautiful makeup. Can I use other setting powders? Yeah, you can use whatever you want. Like, Saint is not your mama. Like, they can't tell you what to do. So, like, if you want to add other makeup, and to be honest with you, like, ouch, rude. I have customers that are literally just married to their Clinique foundation or their Mary Kay. They've used it for years. They don't want to switch, whatever. And they just want to keep what they're using. I have customers with palettes with no foundation in them. It's just like a bronzer and color correctors or some blush or eyeshadows or whatever. These palettes all come in different sizes. They're different colors. Like, you choose what works for you and how big you want based on how much makeup you want. And don't let nobody tell you what to do. Yeah, you can use whatever products you want, girl. Any of them. Use any. Like, you know what I mean? They can't tell you. They can't tell us what to do. But also, the founder of the company, her name is Kara Brooke. And she basically invented this makeup when she was like 10, right? Like, it was like a science product. Like, she literally invented this makeup when she was 10. I was picking boogers and eating them, and she's inventing makeup, okay? Like, it's wild. So anyways, so she invents this makeup, and she really did a really great job with literally everything, and it was just so inclusive for everybody. She just did a phenomenal job with this makeup. It really is for everyone, and it's just just try it. You'll see what I mean. And you'll be like, oh my God, that's so good. It's so good. Okay, so get a free color match. The color match is basically just you sending me a selfie with no makeup on. Try to give me this, not your boobies. This woman sent me a full frontal one time for a color match, and I was like, I didn't need that. And she's like, you said just such, and I was like, I didn't mean your boob. It's just like let's just stick to the collarbones, okay? Just like here, your decolletage, what's this called? Whatever this is called, your decolletage, whatever, I don't know. Whatever this is called, this helps me to really see like the color and how it like matches your jaw and your neck and all that jazz. Also, that'll help me determine if like we need a bronzer, because sometimes if you bronze this area, it just kind of helps to like mesh everything together or whatever. But anyways, you just send me a selfie and I look at all the things, and then I'll send you a color match, and then it'll have like, I don't know, probably $200 or $300 worth of like foundation and concealer and bronzer and contours and lip and cheek colors and eyeshadows and brushes and palettes. That doesn't mean buy this. Like, don't do it. Look at the color match and decide what products are important for you, and say, well, I would never use like a illuminator, so I'm not going to add that and then you add to your cart based on your preferences, your style, your budget, whatever you want. And then by that time, like, we're texting, and that's when you ask me all the questions. And then even after you get your makeup, I bother you and I'm like, hey, how do you like your makeup? How's it going? Because I'm ready for the feedback. I am ready for the questions. I am ready for I don't know how to do this, and how do I do this? And I am ready for this. Tell me about this question, and does this look okay? Like, I am ready for all of those. I spent 38 years of my life as the ugly fat girl. I know what it's like to not feel confident, and I know what it's like to kind of feel alone, especially when anytime you call customer service anything and nobody wants to help you because they're just there to collect a paycheck, and then they pass you off to someone else because they can't help you, and that's it, right? That's not this. I am someone who knows what it's like to want to find anything to make me feel a little bit pretty. And that's what I want to offer to other women in a way that's like very empowering and very inspiring and just positive, right? Everybody's so mean. Everybody had a bad day every single day. I don't get it. Like, everybody's so freaking mean everywhere. Anyways, and then my customer service, I insist that I provide the best customer service because I hate calling customer service and getting passed off to 45 people and spending 4 hours on the phone with Verizon managers who have no idea what's going on. And all it took was a guy for me to tell me to turn off my Wi-Fi, and that's all it was. So it's fine. Anyways, that's me. The little setting guy from Saint doesn't cut it for me. Yeah, I like Saint's setting powder is called Vanilla Dust, and it's a pressed translucent powder, but there are so many others that are great too. Laura Mercier has one. There's Celeste. I partnered with Celeste a while back ago that has it's like a really blurring setting powder. It's, for me personally, I think some of them are a little too much contrast, like really pretty and glowy to like super matte, and it's just like too much for me. But a lot of people really do like it. So Celeste is a good one. Oh, thank you. When I go live, I have an assistant that helps me because I don't like for people to have to wait for stuff like that. So I tell them, I'm going live. And then anybody who messaged me during that time, they help me to get those messages back. Cause then like, there's been times when people have like messaged me and they've been like, hey, I asked this other Saint artist for a color match and they never got back to me. And I have OCD bad. I don't like it. So I like that to be done right away. What do you think about the pink setting powder? Jana, for me, I have pink undertones, and so I don't like the pink setting powder. I like the yellow, like maybe a banana powder. The banana powder is really nice because it's not too yellow, but you can get like different tones. And then there's also the translucent powder, which is white, like Saints. You can get that too, but a super light dusting of that. But typically I go with like your skin tone, and also just whatever you think looks good. You know what I mean? Thanks, baby. Oh, you got him pizza? Mm-hmm. You're spoiled.
He is spoiled. So are you. Love you.
Rude. I love you. My husband just came home. He's like, Ryan, I brought you pizza. If my son could eat pizza every single day, he would, but it's fine.
And get money and everything because you still haven't given me my
Okay,
$40.
so Ryan started 5th grade today, and he has a new teacher that has this like money system. And the money system is basically like, hey, here's money, and if you're good with your behavior, we'll add money to this. And if you're bad, then we'll take money away. And anytime you hit somebody in the pocketbook, it sucks, right? Even youngins. So that's a fun little financial system. And then at the end of the 9 weeks, what they do is they take their money, it's pretend money. They take their money and everybody brings in like an item or like a toy to, oh, hey, I'm so glad you're here, my friend. They bring like a toy to auction off or some item, right? And then they use their fake money to buy or auction the item, buy the item, whatever. Well, so what I didn't know at the time during the meet and greet, during the open house, you little booger, stop laughing at me. Can I send Cindy? Yes, please text me for anything. Text me, ask me how my dog is doing, ask me how the weather is, ask me about my son, ask me about anything. Yes, please text me. Anyway, so when I told Ryan, I said, oh, it's a money system. I said, how about this? Because I know he likes to buy like the Minecraft points for his game and the Mario Kart coin, whatever. And so they buy like he's a gamer and they like to buy the skins and like the whatever. What do you buy? I don't even know. I don't even want to know. I don't want to know. Anyways, so I told him, I said, I will match dollar for dollar. So if you're good, which Ryan's a good boy. Like I never have to bribe him for something. Like he's just a good boy in general. He's never going to be disrespectful. Like he's never going to disrupt your class. He's never going to get in trouble for talking. Well, maybe talking. But anyways, he's a good boy. And so I was like, I'll match you dollar for dollar. So good behavior, you're going to have a lot of money, you know? I'm thinking this fella means like quarters. Like, oh, you start with 25 cents and then like at the end of the year, you could have 50 cents. And so I said that I would match dollar for dollar. This dude gives him $20 to start the freaking school year. And so I pick him up from school today and he says, Mom, you know how you said you'd match dollar for dollar? And I said, I didn't say that. Why? Why are you asking? He said, he gave me 20. I said, $20? I was like, oh, he's giving you play money. I'll give you real. I'm thinking I could just like lift up the couch cushion, maybe pull some change up. No, $20, y'all.
Usually it only gives you like 5 at a time, so you won't go broke immediately.
Who gives you 5 at a time? You never had to.
It gives you like $5 at a time usually. Like
Gives
10.
him $20.
Sometimes you can get 50 at a time.
$50. He said last year a kid brought a rock from his front yard garden or whatever and drew a smiley face on it and it sold at the auction for $800. If he earns $800, he's gonna pay rent that month. Rent will be due on the 1st. And so I made a huge mistake because I did not. You're supposed to ask all the questions, and I did not. I just said, yeah, I'll match dollar for dollar. Okay. Don't do that ever. I thought it was going to be like pennies, perhaps rubles or something like that, euros, something, or not Canadian dollars, because Canadian dollars are even worth more. But anyway, it was wild. He got out of the car. I said, Mommy loves you. Or should we stick with one of the... Okay. Auntie Trash Panda. I love your name on here so much. Okay. The Illuminator collection. Yes, I love it because you save money. Personally, I love all the Illuminators. However, it depends on your skin tone. I don't use honey that much. I think that honey it's a very, very bright yellow. So if you have more fair skin tone, it might work. One thing that I like to do is I like to take the Glow Illuminator and apply it under my whole makeup. Like you just dust it on. It looks dark, but it's very sheer. You don't see it. You just see like the shimmer or whatever. And then I use rose gold at the end of my makeup. Rose gold at the end of my makeup, like on top where I want it just to pop. So if you are someone who loves that brightness, and you could even use honey like on your eyes or whatever. So if you love that shimmer, like that, you know, that nice glow, and you're someone who's going to use it for like that underpainting of the shimmer, totally do that. But if you're not, you might not benefit from it, but also it does have a shelf life of 2 years. So you'll probably get like a good use out of it. Also, I'm a boy mom and eat off the floor because 5-second rule. So I think I have some makeup that's over 2 years old and it's not moving around and screaming at me. So I'm still using it. So I'm probably the wrong person to talk to about that. But anyways, whatever. So I think it just depends on preference. Yeah, this fella gave him $20. I thought it was gonna be like quarters. It's something wild. Anyways, okay, so last thing I do at the end of the day is I take off my makeup, right? I know that some of you are lazy and you use bar soap. A lot of you, you're like, oh, what's a skincare like? And you're telling me you're using bar soap. Y'all get the Saint Refresh wipes. It comes in a little container like this, and they look like this, okay? If you're a lazy girl, like I am sometimes, or you get home from a late shift, or the baby is falling asleep on your chest, or you can't get up, or whatever, keep these by your bed. These have the Saint skincare in them. I personally am not crazy about the Saint cleanser spray, but I do love that these have the cleanser, the toner, and it has all the skincare in them, and it takes off your makeup really nicely. So the Saint skincare is really great for so it's milk based, right? So lactic acid, naturally exfoliating, anti-aging. It's great for your pores and all the things. And then this has the toner in them too. And the toner is great for like the luminosity and all those things. So if you're a lazy girl and you don't wash your face every night, please get some of these. Every time I get off my live, I grab one of these and I wipe off my makeup. If I don't wash my face that night, like it's fine, but nothing replaces soap and water. So please use a cleanser and a water. But if you are someone who you find yourself often not washing your face and just like sleeping in your makeup, please don't do that. Use this stuff. So I keep these by my bed. I have some by my couch because I fall asleep on a couch sometimes because that's how much I work. Ask my husband, he'll tell you. And he'll be like, babe, you gonna go to bed? And I'm like, no. But I gotta wash my face because I'm terrified. So I have a podcast. It's called The Dating Detectives. And one of our advertisers, one of our sponsors is Miracle Made Bed Sheets. And they're like, it's like NASA infused like silver and whatever. And it keeps you cool, right? Well, whenever they asked if they could advertise on our podcast, I was doing research. And because I'm not just gonna be like, yeah, willy nilly. Like, I'm not gonna be like, yeah, I'll advertise for you without ever trying the product. And I'm a PI and I'm a psycho. So of course I did some research. Anyways, so what I found out was like the amount of bacteria that already lives in your bed sheets, right? And then you go to bed with the makeup on your face and then it just creates more dirt and more bacteria. You guys, if you saw what I saw, you would never not wash your face ever again. And I don't know who come up with these numbers, but they said if you don't wash your face, you actually age like 7 times faster or something. Listen, I don't know who came up with that, but I ain't risking it. So I'm not super gullible, but also like I'd rather wash my face and not age faster. In my late 20s, I ended up with horrible eczema around my eyes. Yeah, it's true. And it's just not good for your face. So get the Refresh wipes, okay? If you have rosacea or sensitive skin, psoriasis, eczema, all of those things, maybe try the Saint Cleanser because the only reason I don't like it is because it's just too gentle for me. It just doesn't it doesn't float my boat. The toner's okay, but I just use a different toner and a different cleanser. But I do love these, and these are much more convenient for me. And also, I just don't like the spray, the Saint Cleanser spray. My customers swear by it. They love it. They say it's great for their sensitive skin. It's the only thing they can use, blah, blah, blah. I personally don't care for it, so I can't personally attest to it. But if you actually go in my beauty group, it's called Freedom in Beauty VIP on Facebook. And there's a lot of my customers there who use it. So if you want more information on it, ask them their experience and see what their thoughts are. They'll be totally honest with you. But also just get some of these and keep them by your bed or in your car or whatever. Private Investigator, when I do surveillance, these are actually I have these in my car because like the sweat and it's a whole big thing. So these are really great to keep around. So I just wanted to show you that. Anyways, yeah, get a color match to this makeup. If you're not using this makeup, I think it's a game changer for, I hate to say it for every woman, but it literally is. Like, I don't care how old you are. I don't care if you're a young lady. I don't care if you're 11, 12, 13 years old. You have a daughter who's that age and she's getting into makeup. I think that today's youth should know that less is more. I think that I just turned 40, and when I was in 8th grade, we were slamming on piles and piles of makeup because that's what they taught us. And it kind of gave me a little bit of a complex, and I started thinking I needed to have makeup. And so then it was an unhealthy relationship with makeup. And then even into my, as I grew up, and then I started using it as a mask. It's a whole big thing, right? And so it's not great. So I like to teach the young ladies that less is more. And because these are customizable palettes with the teens, I typically, when I build a palette for a teenager, I usually leave out the contour. They don't need it. I don't want them to feel like they, you know what I mean? Like contour is more for like creating shape when, life or gravity is kind of like taking it away a little bit. Like I want them to just kind of enhance little maybe a little flush in their cheeks, and maybe some concealer, and of course like a main shade or whatever, maybe some bronzer. But I typically don't match to contour, and so you can customize a palette for your teen that suits them, that is not too heavy, it's very light. And if you are older, if you're 100 years old and have all the wrinkles and all the lines and all the texture and all the things, it's hydrating, so it kind of ages you backwards a little bit. Like your face really has this really beautiful glow. I've seen it change my mom's face. Oh my gosh, my mom and her wife, they both use it. They love it. Like their skin is great. So I think it's a really great makeup for everyone, and I think it will empower you. I think you'll feel really good and really beautiful. Anyway, so get a free color match. Try the makeup. There's a 30-day return policy if you don't like it, but I have like a 0 return rate. Everybody seems to like it. Like they're like people, I mean, there's a couple people that return it, but usually then they end up getting like another shade or something. So if I color match you, or you get your makeup and you just have questions, I am 100% of the time available, accessible, and willing to help at all times. So please reach out to me. I don't think I missed any comments, right? I'm sorry if I did. Oh, the nails. Tiffany, my best friend Tiffany, Nail Junkie 615, and she'll do any custom. These are some Hello Kitty. I'm not big on Hello Kitty, but she sent these to me because they were like a test set that she did. And I was, why is that one in there? These were some that she did, but it reminded me of the Clueless. Clueless is one of my favorite movies. So she hand paints these, like hand designs them. My birthday's July 4th, so she made a set like this. And there's these that she made. Really beautiful. She does a really great job with nails. They're really fun. So, did you eat your pizza already? Mm-hmm. You all done? Got your belly full? Okay, go brush your teeth. Why? You're gross. Okay, I love you guys so much. I hope you have a good night. Mr. Jeff. Thank you for listening to the podcast. We appreciate it so much. Thank you so much. We really appreciate the support. All right, I love you guys. Have a good night. Please let me know what questions you have. Bye-bye.